Salutations, viewers. My name is Game Dame, and welcome to my Legends of Runeterra's patch notes review for 4.2.0. Ooh, sorry. So this is a variety patch. As to what they explained, it's the first variety patch of 2023, and they wanted to help each region get back to its roots. So a lot of these cards will show you what they mean, especially for the new cards, their card adjustments, card buffs, card nerfs, competitive, and of course Path of Champions. So let's go ahead and review some fun new cards for us. So we have Ceaseless Sentry, Last Breath, draw 1. So that's a 2 mana 2/1, and I'm just gonna go over the cost, what it's called, and I might read some of the descriptions here, especially if it's something that I'm interested in. But we have Generous Gem Crafter, which is a 3 mana 2/3, which looks like any type of that's Targon. So that's Targon. First one is the Shadow Isles. I sometimes just forget the names. Then we have Demacia, and the guy's name is Blocking Badger Bear, or guy or thing. It's a 3 mana 4/4. I can block units with Elusive, which is pretty interesting. And then we have Banana Blaster is a 4 mana 2/2. And this one is to go with the Bandle strategies that they have here. And the Banana Blaster on play deal damage equal to my power to a unit. We have Priestess of Desert Light. So she is from... Why am I forgetting all the names tonight? Shurima. So it's 6 mana 4/4. So round start, deal 4 to me. Draw a champion, or if your deck started with 6+ different champions, summon it instead. So they have here Shurima loves their champions, and the Priestess is no exception. Although you will face a large deck building cost to prove your devotion, the payoff of Free Aurelion Soul might just be worth it, which is very interesting. They have Formula, which is a burst spell, so it's 6 mana. Draw 2, refill your spell mana. So it says a quick math problem for you. 6 cost plus burst plus 3 mana refund plus 2 cards equals X, where X can equal any number of Piltover spell-based strategies, or just a larger dividend of Albus Pharos if you're a finance major. So this will be a pretty good Piltover spell if you can keep up with all that math. It's not that hard, actually. We got Winter's Touch from Freljord. So this one is a 4 mana burst spell, and you get an empty mana gem. Enlightened, I cost 1, and then you draw 1. So this is pretty cool. Like, as they explain here, to solve this, Winter's Touch can pull out a cool trick by filtering itself away when you need it, giving it a lot more consistency to big mana strategies, which is very helpful for Freljord. I mean, all of them are pretty mana heavy, but then we have Skulking String Puller. Oh god, for Noxus. And I don't like spiders, but yeah, whatever. It's a 6 mana 3/6, and the attack is grow other attacking allies' power to mine this round, which is a pretty terrifying card. So this is gonna really put in a lot of help for Noxus hit you hard type strategies. Then we have Serene Skysinger. She's from Ionia, so she's a 7 mana 3/6. And when I'm summoned, reduce the cost of spells in your deck by half, rounded up. That's a really good card. I can see why that she's 7 mana. So this is actually a pretty decent card, because she's reducing all the spells in your deck by half, which is pretty nuts. And then we have Mischievous Mirai. Now, she's from Bilgewater. She's a 5 mana 3/4. And when you play a spell, summon a Powder Keg. So what they say here is, while Fontsmith has been pulling some neat tricks over in Piltover, we wanted to make sure Bilgewater could also get in on the joy of damage amplification. While the Mirai will boost your warning shots, the real trick is weaving in non-damaging spells to build up to a big boom at the end. Now that is it for the new cards. I really like Serene Skysinger. The Skulking String Puller is a pretty good card as well. And I'm excited to see what Banana Blaster would do, especially in tight situations. There's a lot of good new cards that they have introduced into this, but now let's get into the card adjustments. So with Riven, her level 1, so they changed the text from level up, I see Blade of the Exile in hands, and now it's level up, you have created Blade of the Exile. So it's a little different because you create it now instead of seeing it in hand. So that's really cool that they're bringing that to Riven, because it seemed like she was falling off just a little bit. So, then they changed Silverwing Vanguard. Loved this card when it first came out, honestly. So the effect was effect on summon. Now it's effect on play. So no longer when it's, no longer when it's summoned, it will automatically do that. It will do that on the play. But yeah, like they said, the LOR meta has been dominated by Silverwing Vanguard. And this is a very good card. So this is why they changed this card. It's still a very good card, but it's just not going to have that same oomph that it had before. Ooh, now we got some card buffs. So we have Steam, or STEM, as some people would like to say. Used to be a 6 cost, now it's a 4 cost. Change was a 5/5 scout, now he's a 3/3 scout. And they changed in the description. So this card got a whole overhaul. When I'm summoned, summon a husk, and now it's when I'm summoned, summon a husk. That wasn't a change though. Oh, no, then there's more text underneath. When you summon a 1-cost ally, grant the strongest enemy vulnerable. I was like, why is that the exact same? So I think them reworking this card was a must. And let's see what they said. Ever since we moved Hate Spike back to 2 mana, Eve's been struggling to seduce anyone into actually playing her. We wanted to give a couple members of her non-SI supporting chance to shine, so that there's a real reason to invite the Demoness into your deck. Love the card. I think they did such a good change on it, and we'll probably see more plays. We got Domination from a 2/1 to a 2/2. Definitely will still see Domination, but now a little bit more. Now we have Bandle Panther. The region changed from Bandle City. Now it's Bandle City and Piltover Zon, which is a pretty nice change, because this is a really good card. And now it used to be play, discard a card to create a random multi-region follower. But now it's play, discard a card to create another random multi-region follower and reduce its cost by 1. So that is a huge buff to Bandle Painter, not only getting an additional region, but creating a follower and reducing its cost. Then we have Mistfall, which is a 3 mana landmark. So the text was, each round, the first time an unequipped ally is equipped, refill 1 spell mana and grant them +1/+0. Now it is, each round, the first time an unequipped ally is equipped, refill 2 spell mana, which is even more mana for you to use. But it looks like the landmark has been missed by most players. Haha, I see what they did there, because it's Mistfall. So they're trying to make it more effective, which I agree with here. Then they have Wraith of Echoes, which it was a 6 cost, now it's a 5 cost. So we'll probably see this more in the curve game portion of it. And then we have Vaults of Helia, which it was a 4 cost, now it's a 5 cost, now it's a 4 cost. So we'll probably see more of the vaults as a landmark for them to use, hopefully. We do have some card nerfs right after the buffs. So we have Reveller's Feast. It was a burst, now it's a focus. It's still somewhat of a fast card, but it's not going to do exactly what you want right then and there. They said they don't want to end the party, but they made this, it said it made this card too reliable. I didn't play against this card too much, but it is definitely a reliable card, so I'm glad that they changed it from burst to focus. Atrocity was fast, now it's slow. Now that is a big jump for the type of card that it is. So this is definitely a big nerf to this card. Hopefully people will still be able to play around it. Or the person laying it down will be able to play it without it getting played around. Then they have Wandering Shepherd. It was a 2/2, now it's a 2/1. I still don't think it's a bad card, but it just has a little less viability. That is the only thing with it. So this is more of a curve card, if anything. But its description is, pick an ally, it improvises. If you don't, I improvise. So it could still be quite useful, but we should wait and see how this plays out with 1 less health. And then we have Ravun Daylight's Spear. It was a 5/6, now it's a 5/5. Little less health. So this is just going to be a 5 mana 5/5, still isn't bad. So we'll see how devastating it is for Targon decks to have Ravun just be 1 less health. But we shall see. In competitive, starting March 10th, Daily Rumbles will run from 10 a.m. server time to 2 a.m. The next Runeterra Open will run from March 18th, 8 a.m. server time to March 20th, 2 a.m. The daily Rumble schedule has been updated, so go ahead and check the in-game Gauntlet schedule for up-to-date information. The Champions Unlimited from March 20th to March 26th and 30 HP Nexus March 26th to March 30th formats will be available for 325 shards to round out the end of the season. And then they have free builds where they encountered unforeseen issues with this mode and they're still working to get it fixed. So they just wanted to update you guys on what is happening, but they won't be running away from the freeboard build free format, but just check out and see the new formats that you can play. The new daily Rumble formats, they have the standard deck building rules, 2 regions, 40 cards, 6 champions. But now they have 2 new formats for the cycle of daily Rumbles, Singleton and 30 HP Nexus. The standard 30 HP Nexus will have standard deck building rules, best of 1, and Nexus health starts at 30, which will definitely help you get some cooler plays in the mix. Then they have Singleton, which is special deck building rules. You may only put 1 copy of each card into your deck while deck building. You got 3 regions and 40 cards, but it's best of 1. I like that, though. Best of 1. Now, on to the Path of Champions. They have new champions available. Thresh and Nami. I love Thresh. And then they have their bug fixes. Infamous and bug fixes. I won't read them all, but you guys will go ahead. If you really needed to make sure something was working, let me know. I barely run into a lot of bugs, so I don't see them too often, but this patch, not bad. This is pretty, like they said, it's a variety patch. It touched up upon new cards, card adjustments, card buffs and nerfs, and some more information for competitive, which I'm excited for more of the, what they call them, the daily rumbles. So that'll be very interesting. Let me know what your favorite part from the patch is and what new card do you like that they've introduced to the mix. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate your time as always. But please do not forget to subscribe and or follow not only to my YouTube but to my Twitch. You guys know where my YouTube is at, but you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/thegamedame. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.